English with Deck.
Well, it is officially a typhoon day here. You know, the wind. Blah, that's cold. Okay, I'm just sorry. I'm going to close the window. There we go. I opened the window just to be able to properly assess and describe the weather outside. But yeah, I'm in a t-shirt and the wind suddenly blew in with real force and sent a chill down my spine. So I promptly closed the window. Anyway, yes, it's a typhoon day, so there is lots of rain, lots of wind, and lots of grey skies. And you know, how do days like this affect our motivation and our moods? Well, it's Deck here from Deck English with another episode of English with Deck. Let's go. Now, days like today where the weather isn't great and quite often there is a bit of a maybe freshness in the air, but the weather isn't great, so motivation isn't always so easy to grasp, you know. And I found myself thinking, oh, why am I so sleepy? I mean, sure, I didn't have the best night's sleep, but, you know, it was adequate. Definitely nothing to complain about. And so then I thought, you know, wow, why does my body ache? Why do I feel just so lethargic, like lazy today? And I thought to myself a little more. Bing! I don't normally say bing, but there you go. Just to emphasize the light bulb effect. Well, I haven't been for a run today, you know. And honestly, I normally go for a run early in the morning, get those endorphins pumping, just, you know, get going for the day. And I'm not saying you have to do that, but that's my routine. So by this point now, my body is, well, it's up and going, it's raring to go, it's got the blood is pumping, you know, energy is usually at a reasonable level. So on a day like today, when, for example, I haven't really been outside, I haven't really stretched my legs today, and my body is feeling me, if that makes sense. You know, my body is feeling like it just wants to do nothing because it has done nothing. And therefore, my brain is also feeling a bit like me. What is that sound? So, yeah, I think the best way to describe this feeling would be, well, of course, lethargic. But another great word would be sluggish. Feeling sluggish. You know, so like a slug, if everyone knows that. If you're not too sure, well, I'm sure you guys know snail. Okay, the snail, it's like a slug, but a snail has a little house on his back, a shell, if you may. And a slug is slightly different. They are similar, but they are different creatures. Um, and yes, a snail has a little shell on his back. Anyway, despite the fact that snails are usually associated with slowness, and slugs are used to describe things which are a bit lazy, slow, and not really moving. Similar to a sloth, you know, people might say you're such a sloth, you know, that little creature that moves very slowly. But I would say if you use the term sluggish or you're such a slug, actually I've never heard anyone say that. But anyway, if someone is sluggish, sorry, I can't speak. If someone is sluggish or my brain is moving so sluggishly today, it's a bit of a negative nuance there. And yes, well, the reason is I've realised because I haven't been that active, I haven't been that proactive. And therefore, I am just finding it difficult to motivate myself today. So, what did I do? Well, I washed my face and I in front of the mirror. I gave my body a shake, I gave the house a good clean, top to bottom. We have a new aircon unit being fitted tomorrow, so I completely cleared the room where that will be fitted in, so the installation guys can easily get in, get out, no mess in their way. I made sure all the washing up was done. I did a few other little bits and bobs, and boom, the motivation is back. Yeah, baby. And, if you feel just a little bit sluggish, quite lethargic, just either get some exercise, go for a walk, go for a run, pump some weights. If you really can't be bothered to do that, don't fancy doing that, or just don't enjoy doing that, well, clean the house, clean your room, something like that, something where you're having to use your body and your mind a little bit, other than just sitting down in front of a screen. Don't get me wrong, learning is fantastic, but occasionally we do need to actually be physical and, release some energy, some pent up energy, some pent up stress, if you will. So yes, whether it's cleaning, whether it's running, whether it's yoga, whether it's walking, whether it's doing some artwork, drawing, that kind of stuff, do something just to get the brain stimulated, get the body moving a little bit. I know I said drawing, obviously drawing is mainly your hands, but it sort of gets you out of that rut. Okay guys, remember, English doesn't have to be difficult. Bye now.